Welcome to SHTV in Italy. I'm your guest host for this episode, Alim Berberian. As you can see, this episode is dedicated to our recent overseas trip to Italy. For our first segment, we take you on an iconic gondola ride.
What's up, guys? We are here in Venice doing the gondola ride. We are getting ready to get on to the iconic Venice gondolas, guys.
And Music Patrick is here.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
all right. We're gonna get on
bus, and we are ready to explore the Venice canals, guys. I'm so excited right now.
So we're doing the gondola right now. We just started, and here's Venice. So we're gonna explore all the canals. Apparently there are over 400 bridges in the city, so we're gonna see a bunch of bridges, and we're gonna pass through the Arctic. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, we'll check in later. We got to see so many parts that we couldn't see before. Imagine calling an Uber and it shows up in a boat.
Yeah, so now unfortunately many apartments and many houses are abandoned because the city is mostly run by tourists, but it is very beautiful to see. It is very peaceful, and as you can see, there's a boat passing by just casually. So it is a very unique city, one of the most unique cities in the world, because yeah, it is great, it is amazing. I 100% recommend for anyone, any tourist, if you want to come see a unique city, come to Venice, guys. Lori's gondola is racing past us because they have a better driver than us. But it's okay. No. We have the best driver. We have the best driver.
And the gondola ride is over now. Asha and I tasted the salt water of Venice. It's an interesting taste. I would not recommend.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's salt water.
But the Digin Lori promised us a gelato.
So we made it to a pizzeria. We are about to order, and it's not only pizza. You have multiple options, and the menu is very, very modern. It's on iPads, and we'll let you know what we order.
Alright, so for dinner I got spaghetti ragu. So this is an Italian dish with spaghetti and meat and tomato sauce. And I was gonna rate it out of 10 while trying it. However, I already tried it, and I give this a 9 out of 10 because it was just a little bit too salty, but the sauce was very unique, and the spaghetti was also very good. All of this is handmade.
Alright, so I got this pizza called Estate. It has prosciutto, tomatoes, and then your basic cheese pizza. And I tried it. I'm gonna rate it an 8 out of 10 because this pizza is really good. It's handmade, but the points that have been reduced is that it wasn't sliced, and the crust is pretty thin. Thank you. So we finally finished our plates. It was very, very good. Honestly, a recommended place. I would definitely come back here with my family, more friends if I could. It was really good, and I want to try more stuff.
Alright, so I also finished the food and it was honestly really good. And I also recommend it, just like Kate said, I recommend coming here with friends, family, and also visiting Italy and just spending a great time. Thank you.
Buongiorno! Alors, vous avez pu voir notre expérience sur les gondoles. Maintenant, notre voyage s'est fait également à Florence. On a pu voir les traces de la Renaissance italienne. On est allé à Rome également. Et on est allé à Pompéi, tout près du Vésuve. Et on est même allé à Naples. Alors, on a vraiment un super voyage. Mais maintenant, ce que vous vous apprêtez à voir, c'est ce que les élèves ont eu l'occasion de voir au monastère San Lazzaro, où ce qu'on a pu voir une présence arménienne depuis quand même plusieurs siècles dans la lagune de Venise.
During our time as students in Italy, we traveled to some incredible locations that held great significance for us Armenians. The Church of San Lazzaro degli Armeni was one location we visited. A priest gave us a tour of the church and its background. We listened to him and looked around the chapel for a few hours. A statue of Abate Machitar was also visible. He founded a monastery where monks worked constantly to preserve our culture and history, making him a very significant figure in Armenian history. We were all pleased to be Armenian upon seeing his statue because our people have been working so hard to preserve our culture. The highlight of our trip, though, was seeing the statue of Saint Gregory the Illuminator at the Vatican Museum. For Armenians, he was a hero since he introduced Christianity into our nation many years ago. It was amazing to see a statue in such famous museum. It seemed as though everyone could see and appreciate a small portion of home in Italy. Seeing all these locations and statues in Italy as an Armenian was a truly unique experience for all of us. It gave us a sense of connection with our roots that we had never experienced before. We had the impression that our people's history was right there in front of us. We were all very pleased. We became aware of how much our heritage is respected and honored globally after seeing these locations. It was amazing to observe that people were aware of and respectful of our historical and cultural contributions made by Armenians, especially in a distant nation like Italy. Overall, our school trip away to Italy was a life-changing event.
Hey guys, we're at this restaurant and we got the first meal, which is the salami, some cheese and some bread, and now she's gonna taste it. So this is the bread with the tomatoes. It's so good, I rate it 9 out of 10.
Now this is our second portion. It's the bolognese pasta, so I'm gonna try it out. This is really good. It's so good. And for dessert, they gave us chocolate and vanilla ice cream.
Memories that we're going to be talking about for a very long time. We asked the participants of this trip to tell us about their thoughts on Italy 2024.
Describes my best experience in Italy is this one, because on this day we had gone to visit the Colosseum in Rome, and during our tour it had started to hail, and once the hail had stopped we didn't waste another second and continued our tour. This picture describes my best experience because it reminded me of all the crazy things that happened during this trip, and that we like immediately after that those crazy things happened, we just continued what we were doing shortly after.
So this is the picture that represents the most my trip in Italy, because throughout the whole week we were spending it outside and we were surrounded by colorful buildings and architecture such as the ones in the picture. And that's something that I really enjoyed about our trip in Italy, because the houses and the buildings are very different there than in Canada. And I also found it beautiful that every night we would get to experience the sunset, so I took that picture. But it also reminds me of the days we spent in Rome, which was my favorite part of the whole trip.
So the photo I sent was a photo of cut up sandwiches, and there's a really good reason why that describes my experience, because first of all, those sandwiches were amazing. They were really delicious, and all my friends who ate it, me, Azad, Aris, Aaron, we all rated it a 10 out of 10. And this is just to say how good the food really is in Italy, guys. If you guys ever go to Italy and Venice, you gotta go eat to this place called Calice. It has the best sandwiches ever.
So a picture that represents my 2024 Italy trip is a picture of me, Azad, Zara and Aris in front of the best scenery in Florence. It's not a really great picture, but it reminds me of the great memories that we made, the great things that we saw, and of course it's something that I keep close to my heart because it's something that I might not even experience again in my life.
This picture was taken in Napoli, and when I was in Napoli, that's when I really started to realize that I was in Italy. That's why I chose this photo, because in this photo is an Italian volcano that is in Napoli. So just like how a volcano erupts and leaves a huge impact on a landmark, this trip really left a huge impact on my life, which is why I chose this picture of a volcano.
The picture that I chose is a picture of the Trevi Fountain. This picture describes my experience in Italy the best because I had a lot of fun taking pictures in front of that fountain, and I made a lot of memories there. I was also fascinated by the sculptures and the architecture and also everything around this fountain. When I look at this picture, I always remember of when I followed the tradition of throwing 2 coins in this fountain and making a wish. I am hoping that one day I will be returning to Rome.
The picture that describes my experience in Italy the best is this picture where I'm in Venice in a gondola, and it was so fun with I was with my friends. We were talking, we were having a great time. We were looking around and it was a beautiful view, and it was one of the best days I had in Italy. It was in Venice.
This picture describes my experience in Italy in the best way possible, because it was a moment where I would never think of, and I would never think that would happen, because my friend and I spent that specific moment and the rest of the trip with different people we would never think of, and we barely talked to them at school, and we made connections, we made jokes, we had a lot of fun together, and that made it so much fun.
I think that this video represents my 2024 Italy trip the best, because this is my favorite place that we visited. It's in Napoli. We went there and we took a lot of pictures of each other and had the greatest time, and I will forever cherish that moment and never forget about it, because it made me so happy and I didn't want to leave the place.
This picture was one of my favorite pictures that I took during our school trip to Italy, because I was with my close friends and we climbed up a hill in Florence to go and look at the amazing view from upstairs. It was actually very tiring for us, but it was worth it at the end because we took some beautiful pics. And out of all the cities that we visited in Italy, Florence was my favorite one because of its architecture.
This picture represents my trip to Italy because pizza is one of the most famous and beloved Italian dishes. When I was a kid, I often dreamed about going to Italy to try their amazing and delicious food. So when I think of Italy, I imagine enjoying a slice of authentic Italian pizza. That's why this picture represents my trip.
So I submitted this picture because it summarizes the trip in a way that we had a lot of fun. So in the picture, it's Asher and I, and we went to a patisserie to get some cannoli on the final day at Naples, and it was really good. And it summarizes the trip because it was a really good moment, and it involved food because we ate a lot of food on the trip, and it was just an activity that we did as a group. Like, the others were there too from our grade, and it was really fun to see that patisserie, and it was really fancy, and everything in Italy is really fancy, so I guess it summarizes the trip really well.
For me, this is the picture that best describes my experience in Italy. I think aside from all the monuments and the great places we visited, the most important and funnest part of this trip was the fact that we were all surrounded with our friends, whether it was people from Sec 5, Sec 4, even Sec 3. This specific night that you can see in the picture, we all got together in one of the rooms and played a game of cards until it was time to go back to our rooms. So I really enjoyed that part of the trip, and I think it's what made it the best.
Okay, so I think that this picture best represents our Italy trip because it was one of the funnest moments of the entire trip. We had some free time in Rome at night when it was dark out, and we all rented some electric scooters that were on the side of the road by downloading the app, and we rode around. Most of us were riding 2x2 in pairs, and it was a lot of fun. We explored, we went to different coffee shops, different stores, and I think it was definitely the highlight of the trip, which is why it best represents it.
So the picture that I decided to choose was the following. So in the picture, you could see how we are always together as a group. We are looking at the scenery, enjoying the history. So what's going on in the picture is that we are in Pompeii and we are learning the history of the past about that volcano eruption. And as we're in the ruins and just learning about history, this is how it was everywhere. So that's what I enjoyed most about our trip, is that we were able to learn a lot of history and discover the past.
So hey everybody, we are in Florence now, and we are at a pretty fancy restaurant. As you can see, there's wine everywhere. And this restaurant is called Vecchia Firenze. And we have high hopes for this restaurant, and we really hope we like the food here. Now, let me introduce you to our appetizer.
This is the appetizer. Hey, it's looking pretty good right here. So as I can see, there's like some nice crunchy bread. It's not very soft, it's pretty crunchy, with some Italian freshly planted tomatoes with a little bit of seasoning. Honestly, let's just dig in. Listen, it does not disappoint me at all. I didn't think it was gonna be this good, but it is actually absolutely like phenomenal. I can't believe I just ate this. This is like next level. It's top tier. I'm gonna pass the mic to Aris for the main course.
Thank you, Azad, for the mic. So as we can see here, I'm gonna eat a salad. Let's dig in. If I compare this to the foods that I ate today, this is quite disappointing. I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
Hey, now I'm gonna taste the main course. Listen, this looks very appetizing. Look at that. It's some beef with some sort of sauce, and it's got great seasoning to it. I mean, it looks absolutely phenomenal. So let's just taste it. I mean, listen, my taste buds are bombing right now. Like, I don't think I've ever eaten something this good. Like, I don't know. This beef is like next level. It's like top tier. So listen, I give it a solid 9.9 and a half out of 10. We're just a little too chewy, a little too dry, but I mean, it was perfect.
So now for our dessert at this beautiful restaurant is a good looking tiramisu. I would give the presentation a 10 out of 10, but now let's see the taste. I need another bite. This does not make me mad. This is a great dessert, and I would like to come here again.
Learning Italian just for this trip takes a lot of courage and self-discipline. That's the topic for this week's SHTV challenge.
Hi, I'm Karina Shkuyan, the host of the SHTV challenge. I absolutely love Italy and I very much would like to go. I want to try all of their pastas and pizzas. I just want to try everything. So, let's see what this week's challenge is.
Hi, I am Sienna Jabran, Challenge Master. This week's challengers have to show how much Italian they learned.
Sembra divertente. Vediamo chi sono I nostri sfidanti.
That looks like fun. Let's see who our challengers are.
I'm so good.
Ciao, sono Katia.
E ciao, sono Lilith.
And we accept this challenge.
Ora che abbiamo incontrato Katia e Lilith, vediamo un vlog in cui si preparano per la sfida.
Now that we have met Katia and Lily, let's see how they take on the challenge.
Amazing.
In this challenge, we will give you 3 series of words. To win the challenge, you will need to get 12 correct answers. Understood?
Intesa.
For round 1, I will be giving you English basic words that you will have to translate to Italian. First, hello.
That's salve.
That's correct. Second of all, goodbye.
Arrivederci.
Correct. Good morning.
Buongiorno.
Correct. Good evening.
Buonasera.
Correct. Good night.
Buonanotte.
Correct. Please.
Per favore.
Correct. Thank you.
Grazie.
Correct. Thank you so much.
Grazie mille.
Correct. You're welcome.
Prego.
Correct. Family.
Famiglia.
Correct. For round 2, we'll be giving you basic English phrases that you'll have to translate into Italian phrases. Number 1, I love you.
Amore.
Incorrect. How are you?
Come sera?
Correct. I don't know. Incorrect. I'm sorry.
Mi dispiace.
Correct. And my name is?
It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh my gosh. Do you know? No. No, we don't know.
Okay. Incorrect. For round 3, I will be giving you English travel words that you will have to translate to Italian. First, where is?
Dove chi?
Correct. Tourist. Turista. Correct. Airport.
Aeroporto.
Correct. Bathroom.
Bagno.
Correct. Restaurant.
Ristorante.
Correct.
Si sono esibiti in modo sorprendente, ma sarei stato molto meglio. Unisciti a noi la prossima settimana per l'ultima sfida SHTV della stagione.
They performed amazingly, but I would have been much better. Join us next week for the final SHTV challenge of the season.
And lastly, Mr. Lu would like to add, sono affamato.
Now it's time for the main course, which is pasta with cheese and meat. It's really good. You can definitely taste the cheese. I'd give it like a 9 out of 10.
Now it's time for the dessert. I'll give this a 9.2 out of 10. Almost reached the end of our episode on Italy. With that in mind, here's the vlog of our trip. Okay guys, we're on the plane. We're about to take off for Milan. And what just happened, guys?
One of the 6 generators blew up. Now, we can only fly with 4 generators, but it is unsafe. If another generator blows up, the plane will crash.
Mike, what do you have to say?
I think that we will fly safely, and I hope that we don't have any more delays. Yeah.
Now, they will do the checkup of the other generators. If they find that they are faulty, then we might have to switch planes completely, and that will take up to 6 hours time.
But there is a Vartabed with us today, right in front of us, and we think that he will bless.
I think we're gonna die. How do you feel?
What? What am I? I'm fine. What? We'll be fine.
How do you feel about the plane?
We'll be fine. Like, it's fine.
We're actually very anxious right now, but we know that everything is gonna be alright.
Hi guys. It's very exciting to be here. The water is beautiful.
We're on the gondolas right now.
The weather is great. It's not too hot or too cold, so it's good. Guys, we have Karni on the phone.
Where's Karni?
Where's it go?
I think she's sleeping. It's 5 a.m. in Montreal.
We woke her up. Say something, Karni.
You guys woke me up twice today.
Okay, so today we're in Bologna and there's a marathon.
Yeah. The vibes are great, guys.
Yeah, so we got to see all the locals running, even the old people.
We're applauding people. They're really happy. We're having a great time. We're gonna go shopping now. We just did a walking tour.
And we're currently lost.
See the square here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is Vaika Demian.
Guys, say hi.
Alright, bye vlog.
So guys, we're in Florence. We just got here a couple of hours ago, and unfortunately we don't have the mics right now to give you some ASMR. But we got these huge sandwiches for only 7 euros. It's bigger than my head. It's so good. We're definitely coming back here. Hi guys, where are we today?
Florence.
And it's our second day.
Let's see the view.
It's very pretty. We had to climb about half an hour to get here.
It was very tiring.
Yeah. Hi guys. So there's me.
Then there's me.
And then there's So, we haven't vlogged much today and yesterday because it was very tiring days. We spent most of the days walking around in Florence and now in Rome. So, instead, we're gonna be doing a snack tour. So first up, we have a box of Cantucci, d'Abruzzo, Pistacchi, e Cedro. And there, I don't know where it is. And they are pistachio lemon biscotti cookies. Here is some ASMR. I give this a 7 out of 10.
I'm gonna rate it based off the smell because I don't want to taste it now. Oh, I would give it like an 8. Depends on the crunch. Okay, let's move on to our second snack, which is caramelized almonds. And I'm not sure if we're even allowed to eat these because people have nut allergies, but it's okay. We only have a few left because I ate all of them in the bus.
So I'll be tasting them now.
Yes, and I already tried them, so they're 10 out of 10.
Gracia, would you like a caramelized almond?
She said no.
But she calls them almonds, so I can say that.
Almond. Correct us, Mr. Lou, please.
Oh. That's gonna give me cavities.
By the way, our hotel room has bugs.
It's nasty.
And it's called it's a wedding villa. Like a wedding reception, and it's kind of disgusting.
This is good, but I've had better. I'm gonna give it a 5.
What? I gave them a 10 because it's caramel and it's a bit of chocolate too. Okay, also now these are called Tarali Gusto Classico Classic Flavor Con Olio Extra Virgin Olive Oil Italiano. 100% grano Italiano. Finally, we have our last snack. Is it our last snack? No, it's not. We have cashews.
I'm gonna try cashews on the camera.
Okay. Our last snack is called Tarali Gusto Classico Classic Flavor Con Oli Extra Virgin d'Olivia Italiano 100% Grano Italiano. It's basically crackers with olive oil, and they're shaped like little bagels or boggles.
That's really good.
They're so good. I had half the bag on the
It tastes like
bus.
a little bit of rosemary. How many is it?
Oh, sorry.
And it's very good. It's like olive oil.
By the way, what time is it? It's currently 11:06 p.m. What?
Bye.
Hi, so today we're at Smash Tag Let's Burger. So we have a very juicy burger with cheese, double pound, whatever, and some fries. Let's taste this.
So let's try the fries. It's good. I really like it. It's french fries.
Thank you for watching SHTV in Italy. We hope this encourages you to visit the country itself. Let's leave you with some final memories from our trip. I'm Alim Berberian and you're watching SHTV.